Well, let's go back to the college days for a little bit then, Holly, if you don't mind me. Because you said you went wild in college. Like, what do you mean by that? Like, sexually or just, like, partying? Because I went pretty wild, too, not in the sexual sense, but, like, I was just doing way too many fucking drugs. Partying way too hard. I used to live for the fucking weekend. I used to live for the weekend, try to get laid, and if I spent all the money in my bank account, now successful at it, I was ready to do it again next weekend. Let's go.
Let's go.
So, that was the only time you just didn't.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of Winona within the first semester of being there for selling weed out of my out of the dorms.
Really? You got busted
It
doing
was
that?
so smooth.
I heard there's a lot of women there.
I was
per capita
like,
for
I had like
guys.
a line going out my door.
Damn, the dispensary.
And
was.
they had
That's pretty
shitty
obvious.
weed, dude. They had shitty weed in Winona, and I was bringing back weed from Lakeville. And so and then after I got kicked out of the school, I just lived there for a while. And I wasn't going to school, so I was partying every single night, like getting high as fuck, trying all these different drugs. And yeah, it was the best time of my life. One of them. I've had a few best times in my life, but it was definitely a very fun time.
Yeah.
But I was fucking crazy. I was not
bet
mentally
you were.
stable.
Yeah. No, there's a part of me that misses those days too.
Oh,
like
man.
I would,
Yeah.
like I won't
Absolutely.
Yeah,
lie. But
I
like
mean,
I hated the
fun.
person who I was at the time.
I
But
loved me then. And
Yeah.
I love me now. I mean, whatever. I was like, we were young.
yeah.
You gotta love that version of you.
yeah, the shitty version,
Even
but the
if you're
fun
shitty 'cause
version.
it's
Yeah, we didn't know any
any
better.
It was
Right.
like the one time you could like say you were ignorant and
Yeah,
like,
get in the mic a little bit there.
oh,
There
you were
go.
like alone for the first time ever.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. You can't really.
Oh,
like,
you
hate
guys
the
knew
person who
better.
you
Come
were.
on now.
I mean, me and Emily
did
would
before I
just
went.
like stay up all night and sit at the end of the parking lot and smoke joints all night and drive around and drink and
Yeah.
do acid and just
Take
be
a bunch of
stupid.
Adderall, smoke a
Yeah.
bunch
I think you guys, we all knew better. We just didn't
I
care.
didn't know
we didn't
better.
care.
I had never
We just
tried
wanted to
anything
have fun.
before I went to college. I never drank or anything before I went to
Holly.
college.
I know Holly tried.
Holly did, yeah.
Before.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was
She's who got me
partying.
into all of it.
Oh, she was the bad influence
Well,
on
that's
you.
how I met her because she.
Yeah.
So we lived in the same dorm, but she was on the third floor and I was on the first. And I didn't meet her when she lived there, but after she got kicked out, like we had a mutual friend, and I was like, I really need to buy weed, and he's like, well, go to her house. And I'm like, by myself. He's
Yep,
like,
get
yeah.
in line.
He's like, just walk in there and say that you need weed. And I was like, okay. So I just like walked in, and then I was like, hi, I need weed. And she's like, who are you? And then I
She's
introduced
like, "What you
myself, and
need?"
then I don't know how we became friends after. Well, because
Well, you just kind of like stayed.
yeah, I just kind of did. Well,
She
gave me
wanted
an
someone to
edible.
hang out with.
She gave me an edible, and then I fell asleep for like 12 hours, and then I woke up the next day, and then I skipped all my classes, and we just hung out instead.
But
edibles
so
are
the thing
dangerous.
about college is like I wouldn't say like I had a lot of friends in high school, but I wouldn't say I was like cool in high school at all.
You
But
were
I feel
cool
like
in
I was
college.
cool in college. Like
She was-
people thought
Yeah.
I was cool, and that was the first time that ever.
That you had that feeling
Yeah.
of like being popular.
Yeah,
She was-
and so I feel like I also let that get the best of me, and like
sure.
was just going absolutely crazy.
Yeah.